Om Swastiastu. Good morning, everyone. Hi, I'm Kadek. Thanks for the time that given to me. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to God, Ida Sangawi Diwasa, because by His grace, we can gather here with healthy and happiness, without any shortcoming. Dear Honorable Lecturer of English Education Department, Igusti Ngurah Agung Wijaya Mahardika, SPD MPD, and my beloved friends, students from class A1 Denpasar. 6 months ago, when I opened TikTok, I showed a hot gossip, but I didn't understand. So I text my friends to get the more information about it. My friends told me there is 15 years old girl had sex with 3 boys who have the same age as the girl. My friends also sent me the video, so I watched the video and I like, whoa, it's horrible. Why? Because teenagers on the video lack of sex education. Cases such as prostitution, infectious disease, sexual harassment, free sex, it's common and serious problem in our society. The Central Bureau of Statistics survey in 2012 show that 21.5% of respondents age range 15 until 24 years old had free sex. This is a serious problem. For time to time, the problem should be getting better. Why? Because we have good knowledge, we have good technology to solve the problem. But unfortunately, the problem only getting worse, and worse. This is due to the lack of sex education. According to an activist and former of House of Representatives Commission H, Rahayu Saraswati, said the difficulty to delivering sex education in Indonesia is due to the absence and separation between state and religion. According to Dr. Hasto, mindset of our society is still determined by culture and religion doctrines. Kaliato Wiryawan, a professor of psychology at University Indonesia, said that sex education is misunderstood. For some people, they interpret sex education is a bad education. Those are several reasons why Indonesian children don't get a good knowledge about sex education and the lack of sex education. Research by Durex Indonesia on reproductive and sexual health show that 18.4% of respondents age range 15 until 17 lack of sex education. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we need to realize that lack of sex education lead to high case of sexual deviance. Adolescent sexual deviance even record in UNFPA data population data by PBB, which show every year there are 15 million adolescents age range 15 until 19 years old giving birth, and 4.4 million of them choose abortions. Research shows that giving birth at the age less than 18 years old had a rate of death 2 until 5 times higher than the age 20 until 29 years old. Head of Population and Family Planning, Hasto Wardoyo, said sex education is important and need to be emphasized. This is due to discovering 15,000 early childhood marriages because some of them had experienced pregnancy outside of marriage. Teenager sexual activity lead another problem, such as infected with an infection disease. One of them is HIV or AIDS. World Health Organization data in 2020 show there were 1.5 million of cases HIV or AIDS and 789,000 cases have died. The United National Program on HIV and AIDS data in 2017 show that Indonesia is ranked third on Asian Pacific region with 620,000 cases of HIV or AIDS. There are so many negative impacts of the lack of sex education. Research conducted by several groups, including Lentera Sinta Indonesia, found that more than half of Indonesian population had experience of sexual violence, compared to result by Catherine's research, which say 57% of people who receive sex education since childhood could live happy home life. From this case, we can see that sex education is important and need for our children and teenagers today. Sex education is an education that provides knowledge about pregnancy, giving birth, menstruation periods, wet dreams, reproductive organ, development of female and male genital. We need to realize the implementation of sex education can minimize sexual deviance. With sex education, children will know the impact of sex for their life. The implementation of sex education for children and teenagers can minimize the problems that occur related to sexual issues. Although the implementation of sex education cannot be solved the problem, but at least with implementation sex education, we can minimize the problem about sexual issue. Let we all have awareness to provide a little knowledge about the correct sex education and the success later. So that our life and Indonesian children are free from promiscuity and sexual problem. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please remember that sex education is not the bad education. Sex education is not vulgar and pornographic. With implementation sex education, we can minimize the problem that related to sexual issue. Sex education is important for our children and teenagers today. Alright, thanks for your attention. And I will close with Prama Santi. Om Santi, Santi, Santi Om. Goodbye.